Hi there, John Oxley here, editor of Motor Equipment News magazine. I just want to tell you a few things about what you're likely to find in this month's magazine and a couple of personal observations. One of them is that I tend to keep my eyes pretty close to what's happening in the world, and when I make my comments it's usually based on a fair bit of research. So when I told you to be careful of being an early adopter with electric vehicles, well, I meant that because I've been reading up on it. And so it's come to pass that people are getting their fingers burnt by buying EVs and using them, probably wrongly, by going on long trips and certainly degrading the batteries. To what extent this is caused by the longer journeys or by the way they're using them, we don't know, but a number of Nissan Leaf owners have had their fingers burnt by this. Hopefully they'll be able to get their money back, but time will tell. But I have a good look at that in the magazine. And I also note that Vector has finally admitted that our infrastructure is just not good enough to support a high number of EVs being charged up at the same time, particularly in urban streets. The electricity supply to our suburbs was designed on the basis of the number of houses in the street, or potentially, because obviously a lot of infill housing is going on in Auckland in particular, but adding in one heavy-duty EV such as a Tesla or some of the latest Mercedes and BMW, Audi and Jaguar models is the equivalent of adding in 20 extra houses, and the infrastructure was never designed for that. On a different footing, there's a large choices of hoists these days. A lot of stuff's coming in from around the world, particularly from Asia. And so our friends at Stocks Equipment have had a look at what's available, and they'll tell you all about it in this issue. Even more perturbing is an alarming increase in the number of drug driving deaths. Drug driving deaths have now far exceed the number of people killed by drunk driving, and it's really time that the authorities had a good look at this and worked out how they're going to defeat it. Clearly, accenting on speeding is not helping. Different footing, we have a new man at Holden. If you remember, Christina Aquilana was transferred to Aussie. He'd done a great job here as MD of Holden New Zealand. Now he's marketing director for Holden worldwide, which means in Australia. And he's being replaced in New Zealand by Mark Ebelow. Mark is a long-term Holden employee. He has been to other parts of the world where he's worked with General Motors products, but now he's back and he's in New Zealand, and welcome Mark. Our main feature this month is lighting, and we have a good look at it. Is it going to be laser? Is it going to be LED? Well, you'll just have to see what I managed to find out. And finally, don't forget the speed show. It's towards the end of the month, July 21st, 22nd, held at the ASB Showgrounds. Lots of good stuff, including meeting the original Stig. That's all from me for now. Goodbye, have a great day.